Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our sales market update for the month of May. I'm Ron Cole. I'm here with John Sullivan here in our fabulous Victoria Street offices, which are currently undergoing refurbishment to the front, and they're going to look even more fantastic than normal. If you haven't been into the building, by the way, please do come in and say hello. It's a lovely spot right at the top of Victoria Street. We've got a gorgeous Victorian building here over 3 floors. Anyway, John, let's get to it. I've been incredibly busy in May. What have you been up to?
I think we all have, haven't we? Yeah, look, May has been probably everything that we wanted it to be. The start of the spring market, and we have been busy. We've brought a number of properties to market,
Hmm.
and the interest we've received on those properties has been very good. Look, there's a lot of people that didn't transact last year that we hoped that would, and those people now are very much coming back to the marketplace. And we've seen a very good start to our financial year. So all in all, very positive.
Oh, lovely stuff. John, a couple of things I get asked quite often. Somebody said to me the other day when I was looking at a house with them, what percentage of your new registrations so far this year have been first-time buyers? And I wanted to share that information and get your thoughts on it. So first-time buyers stroke people with nothing to sell so far this year have made up almost 40% of our overall applicant register. You speak to a few more applicants than I do.
Yeah.
Does that ring true?
Yeah, it's definitely changed significantly, and it's quite good to be able to analyse that data, because if we look at last year, there wasn't actually many first-time buyers in the market, and that was
Mm,
largely the problem. Building chains, and ultimately, if you don't have anything at the bottom, you don't have a chain. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We've seen a significant impact with the level of chain-free and first-time buyers coming back to marketplace. I think there's many reasons for that. I think for one, there's a number of people that didn't transact last year that need to, or have the want to transact. But equally, there have been some more favourable interest rates available to people, and now people are coming back to market, taking advantage of that, and are now getting into the marketplace. But no, we've seen a significant impact on sort of first time and chain free buyers coming back to market.
that's great news. The other thing that the same person asked me, which I thought I'd share with you, was just about the impact and power of a price reduction.
Mm.
There's a bit of a stigma around it with some of our vendors or people in general that think actually when a property is reduced, it means that it's worth less. Or it's not worked, or the price is wrong. John, could you just let us know what you think about the overall power of a sensible price reduction in the normal process of marketing?
Absolutely, and you're absolutely right. By the way, there is this false stigma of does a price reduction cheapen your listing? Does it have a negative impact or perceived that impact throughout the marketplace? And I can honestly say, in my not nearly 20 years in the business now, absolutely it doesn't. I mean, really, most properties that are brought to market in what is still a fairly price sensitive market will need to go through some sort of price reduction. Might not need to be a huge reduction, but something. And it is part of the marketing process. I mean, our job is, of course, is trying to get the clients the best value for their property. But of course, there is a process that goes along with that. Now, when it comes down to reducing a property to the market, it's a bit of a twofold really. So in terms of how that impacts the listing. So first of all, I would say that if you're going to reduce a property, get the reduction correct first time round, rather than very small reductions and that drip feed into the market. We normally recommend around a 5% reduction, and we would normally target the individual price brackets. So basically, that's for a seller to be able to get maximum impact for their reduction. So what that essentially means is, let's say, for example, a property's on at 750,000.
Mm,
That fits between 7 and 800 in terms of a search bracket for a client. In that particular case, it may be advisable to reduce to offers over 700, because what that will do is not only you'll come up as a new listing on Rightmove, for the next 24 hours, but also you'll then basically fall into a completely different search bracket for a buyer. You'll be then capturing any buyers between 650,000 to 700. 600, but equally 700 to 800. So your pool of clients could be significantly higher than where it was previously. Again, if you go offers over and it's competitive price, there's no reason at all why that price can't be, high price can't be achieved. But it is perceived as an excellent way of repositioning a property. And I would say to any client out there, if you're trading up in the market, or if you're doing a sideways move, do remember, again, if you're taking a percentage off of your own home, the chances are you'll be able to get the difference or somewhat off of the next property you're purchasing anyway. So you need to always look at it from a different angle rather than I'm reducing the price and I'm losing value. Of course, us as an estate agents here, between myself and Ron, we're absolutely happy to explain this in more detail of any client that wishes to do so.
John, it's a really detailed explanation. Thank you for it. But the summation of it is if you're going to reduce it, make sure it's the right reduction to attract the right buyers to your home if it hasn't sprung under offer straight away. But take advice of your agent. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks very much, John. Also, it's starting to look like a summer of fun, and hopefully a very, very busy summer. We had a warm week last week. It was terrifying. There's a few things coming up on the horizon this summer. We've got England's inevitable exit from the Euros at the quarterfinal stage, and we've also got things like the Olympics, which are on the way. They generally don't slow up the market. It's every other day something, isn't there? But what's your opinion of the approach in the summer market?
Personally, in my opinion, it's a really good thing for the country. It's a great thing for the economy. If you've got people that will, of course, they'll take advantage of the tournaments, the Olympics, and it gets people spending money. I think it's an amazing thing for the economy. But for us as a wider market, I don't see any negative impact at all in terms of a slowdown. I think we will be just as busy, if not busier, with dealing with new inquiries over the June and early July months.
Okay, John. Well, look, thanks very much for that. That's the end of our May 2024 update. We look forward to catching up and speaking to everybody in June when the fun that summer has started and the late nights are here and it's light at 10 o'clock. It'll be absolutely lovely. So, John, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.